Cafe-quality drinks at home call for an espresso machine, and finding the best espresso machine for your needs depends on a few things. If you like to linger over the process, grind your beans fresh, and have a flight of demi-tasses, you'll love a more manual operation. But if you're just looking for a latte on the way out the door, an automatic machine saves you time and energy. For our guide to the best espresso machines, we consulted experts, held taste tests, and inspected every inch of each machine. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Number 5. Jura Z10. The Jura Z10 is as close as you're going to get to cafe-quality espresso drinks, and even cold brew with just a touch of a button. Jura's Z10 is the best fully automatic espresso machine we've tested out of well over a dozen. It makes espresso, and not a watered-down version. That's largely thanks to Jura's product-recognizing grinder, PRG, which automatically monitors grind size and adjusts in real time. The machine is fully customizable, offering 24 pre-programmed espresso-based drinks and 8 cold brew-based beverages. However, we think calling it cold brew is a bit of a stretch. Instead of steeping the grounds overnight, the machine produces coarse grounds, steeps them briefly in cold water, and then brews using pressure, creating something like nitro brew. The Z10 is also compatible with an app, Joe, so that you don't even have to set foot in your kitchen to brew. Just make sure there's a cup in place ahead of time. You can set specialty preferences from your Apple Watch. It's also considerably more attractive than your run-of-the-mill automatic espresso machine, but that should be a given, considering the price tag. Apart from the price, the real drawbacks are the size, over a foot wide and tall, the fact that the bean hopper is on top, so this likely isn't fitting beneath a cabinet, and that the cool control and stainless steel milk pipe are sold separately and take up even more counter space. But then anyone looking at a fully automatic espresso machine worth its weight and footprint can expect as much, 4-figure price tag or not. Number 4. Nespresso Pixie by Breville. For efficient espresso, look no further than the Nespresso Pixie. This model used pods to create the classic drink in under a minute, a plus for those who want to enjoy espresso on busy mornings. The Pixie hasn't been discounted this much in months, so now is an excellent time to buy. If you're looking for the best espresso machine that uses pods, look no further. Turn the Nespresso Pixie on, pop in a pod, press a button, and in under a minute, you will have an espresso-like drink, foamy crema and all. The Pixie has just 2 settings, one for espresso and one for a lungo, which is just a long or more diluted pour of an espresso. Nespresso claims that this machine offers 19 bars of pressure, but our TDS readings fell consistently around the 5% to 7% mark, which is just shy of espresso. In other words, you can't expect true espresso from this machine, but you can count on a strong, frothy drink. That is in fact quite a feat, and with the added convenience and price point for the machine, we were willing to make an exception. Further to that point, the machine is primed within 25 seconds. To save energy, it turns itself off automatically after 9 minutes. These espresso machines come with a 1-year limited warranty through Breville, but I have personally and simultaneously owned 2 for more than 5 years and haven't had a single problem to date. Number 3. Breville Barista Express Impress. The Barista Express Impress is an all-in-one machine that offers consistency with mess-free assisted tamping and everything you need to easily make quality espresso drinks at home. In our quest to find the very best espresso machines with a built-in grinder, we've run tests on most of Breville's espresso machines. While the Barista Express Impress may not be the fastest or most feature-equipped, it is the first machine you can operate from start to finish with one lone hand, mess-free. Espresso is an inherently involved affair, from burr grinders whirring and overflowing to gadgets galore and the occasional spewing portafilter, user error. But for the past month or so, I've been using the Barista Express Impress, writhing baby in arm, without so much as a lone ground to wipe away. This is thanks to the assisted tamping and dosing system. The portafilter sits beneath the grinder, which doles out your grinds with a dosing button through a chute, 25 grind sizes, adjustable and programmable for single and double shots. 15 bars of pressure, you only really need 9. A 67-ounce water tank, enough for a week's worth of espresso. A convenient water spout, a half-pound sealed bean hopper, a steaming wand, a frothing pitcher, 2 double-walled and 2 pressurized portafilter baskets, a single and double shot size of each, and the razor leveling tool. You'll also find a brush with a clog clearing pin and some desk scaling tablets. There isn't another machine that is as easy to operate one-handed or mess-free. You'd have a hard time finding all of the quality features in this package tidily wrapped in stainless steel, ready to adorn any countertop in style. Number 2. GE Cafe Affetto Automatic Espresso Machine. An automatic espresso machine lies somewhere between a pod machine and a semi-automatic one. You can control the grind size and the extraction time, but the process isn't fully hands-on. The Cafe Affetto is cheaper, smaller, and better at making espresso than most of the other automatic machines we've tried. You're not going to get the best grind with the Cafe's built-in grinder, but you can still use the freshly roasted beans of your choice and get a shot of espresso, or something close to it, at the push of a button. Two standout features that make this one of the best espresso machines we've tried are the options for an Americano, or long black, and a custom My Cup setting. We frothed both whole milk and almond milk and noted that the frother worked every bit as well as those on most semi-automatic machines. We also like that the wand is removable and washable. Oftentimes, automatic machines will have a milk pitcher and hoses that you insert into the machine. This keeps everything very tidy and behind the scenes, but it's too easy to forget the milk when it's out of sight and end up with a rancid mess. This much more traditional layout where the frother is directly attached to the body is far more error-proof. Number 1. Gaggia Classic EVO Pro Espresso Machine. The recently improved Gaggia Classic EVO Pro is a no-frills, affordable machine for people who are serious about espresso. Don't let its straightforward interface and simple design fool you. This machine can pull a full-bodied, flavorful shot of espresso. With only 3 buttons to control it, the machine is simple to operate. Beyond the built-in steam wand, there are no real extra features. In the same vein, the machine doesn't do much to hold your hand, so there is a serious learning curve when dialing in parameters and figuring out how to pull a proper shot. But once you get used to it, the Classic EVO Pro produces stellar espresso. The current 2023 model has a few notable upgrades, though they aren't immediately apparent. Gaggia has gotten rid of the chrome plating in the older models and replaced it with a new group head made entirely of brass. Plus, the included portafilter is now made of stainless steel. The new boiler has a non-stick coating on the interior, which should help to avoid scaling and any leaching of minerals from the aluminum. To make the best use of this machine, a dedicated espresso grinder and one of the best tampers are both needed. The Classic EVO Pro comes packaged with a flimsy plastic tamper that is a few millimeters short of properly fitting the portafilter, so we highly recommend an upgrade.